Alright, so Daredevil just dropped maybe a couple of hours ago, and yeah, we got. Oh, first, my battery on my keyboard is dying. That should not run out. There we go. So, we have some new EZAs and a new World Tournament unit, or World Tournament SSR is what we got. Also, I have to grind again, but also we got LR God Go or LR Hit and God Goku. I have not gone over them yet, but I've seen some mixed opinions, and I wanted to throw mine as well. Yeah, let's just get started. So, hits, their easy info for Hit and God Goku are already on here, so let's just go over them first. Their stats don't change since they are an LR. They don't get the stat buff increase since, well, of course, they don't level up either. But they should link pretty decently well. I have a team that's pretty much planned to make sure that they run smoothly. And just to be sure, they do fit under these 200/220% leads. I am going to be running them under the Universal Rival Saga team, aka the Blue Vegeta lead, which is probably the best lead I have in my account at the moment. I don't have Hit. I wish I did. He would work so well as what I would expect, but no, we got everything. Let's go over them. So, Hit and God Goku. They are an accelerated battle or universal battle saga 4 key 170. I'm assuming what they're doing now is they're buffing the traditional one double one 4 key 150s to 4 key 170. Is that right? Yeah, so it's 4 key 150 to 4 key 170. Okay. Their kit. So their passive gives them 5 key 200% attack and defense with 20% damage reduction, guaranteed attacks. Okay, guaranteed attacks to be hit. Launches an additional has a great chance of becoming super, and then they have a high chance to dodge. If I remember correctly, they were made to dodge, so I cannot complain about that. When HP is 67% or more, they get 10% damage reduction. Well, for those that don't understand, the reason why 67 is the number is because it's Universe 6 and Universe 7 working together. So that's where the 67 came into play. When they attack, they get 67% attack and defense with, oh, and they disable enemy guard. Nowadays, enemies do have damage reduction. So, does it matter? I don't know how much of a difference that makes nowadays. In slot 1 or slot 2, they get 160% attack and defense with a 16% damage reduction and dodge. So let's see. Damage reduction wise, 20 plus 10, that's 30. Plus 16, so that's 46% damage reduction in slot 1 or 2. But then they also have a additional 16% chance to dodge on top of their high chance already. So pretty much 66% dodge, essentially. And then for every attack they receive or dodge in slot 1 or slot 2, which is pretty good, they get 20% attack up to a max of 100. And in slot 3, they get 7 key, 170% attack, no defense by the way. They launch an additional super, and then they attack break or they interrupt the attacked enemy. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. And in slot 3, if for every attack they perform in slot 3, they get 20% defense up to max of 100. So what I'm thinking here is if you do want to prioritize their damage first, slot 1 and slot 2 would be more useful. Otherwise, slot 3 is fine. They'll have to stack no matter what. It just depends on the rotation. But you want to prioritize both so that once you already use their 5 attacks for each, you should be able to, yeah, not 5 attacks, so just for every like 5 received attacks or dodge, or every 5 attacks done, you get your 100% buffs already taken care of. And then you can put them wherever you want to, I guess. But that doesn't. The passive seems pretty good. They are made to do either damage reduction, do dodge, and do additionals. That is what you want, actually. They're 12 key. Greatly raises attack and defense for a turn, does colossal damage, and has a great chance of stun. If I remember, they had I think it was a high chance of stun. So that's the pretty significant buff right there. They're 18 key, same thing, but for 4 turns, and great chance of stun. So you might as well just give them additionals. I think this is not too bad. I don't know what their stats will look like though, but their kit isn't too bad. And considering their stats at 100%, I think they'll be fine. People are saying that they're mid. I wouldn't doubt. I wouldn't go as far as to say they're mid, but we'll see. Now we'll go into the other stuff. Oh, on why does the world tournament have to be? Uh, fuck. Uh, there is a person. The world tournament and I have a very personal, strong love-hate relationships, but when there's a new world tournament EZA, I have to grind for the EZA. Like there is no way I'm not gonna grind for it. Of course. Take you out. Throw all these guys up in the air like you just don't care. And let's go over them one by one. So I believe this is the Dokkan. Yeah, this is the Dokkan Awakening for the tech Mecha. No, what is it? Mecha Frieza. Yeah. So he is a 3 key, 90% stats to extreme tech. His super attack. I think he also has a new super attack animation. He gets 50% attack, 30% defense. Oh wait. Oh, he stacks. Oh, okay. And then he does supreme damage and then lowers attack. Oh, so he stacks. He stacks defense. Okay. I'm not complaining right here. His base kit gives him 3 key, 180% attack and defense at the start of turn. And then he has support right here. He gives 60% attack and 30% defense to all allies on the Revenge or Wicked Bloodline categories. That's not too bad of support right there, of course. The only thing I do wish he got was Key. Like, he gave Key and this. I think that will be beneficial for both categories, but you can't complain there. What's this? So, okay, so when the unit attacks, he gets 120% attack and defense. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. This entire thing right here. When there is a revenge or wicked bloodline category. Oh, okay. So when there's an ally, when there's a character who has a revenge or wicked bloodline category, other than this character, he gets 120% attack and defense. With what? With guaranteed supers. With a guaranteed additional super. And then with 12, okay, so when he super attacks, he has a 60% chance to crit, and then he gets 30% damage reduction. So really all they're asking for you to do is have a revenge or wicked bloodline category ally on rotation besides himself. And then he gets all this other stuff. What are his stats looking like though? Yikes. Yikes. That's not pretty. Especially with these characters. Please find some way to make this work. Because he he's a good support. It's just that I think the way he's built right now is just not enough. He's not enough, really. I don't think so. For the best of my knowledge, I don't think he's an. I don't think the way he's built right now. I don't. I think he's. It's not enough. I think if you were to add like dodge in there, maybe that could work. But still, or even guard. I don't know. But I think another defense buff might help. Maybe more damage reduction and dodge, or damage reduction plus guard. It just really depends. But I feel like just one or two more things could make this unit way better than he already is. Alright, let's take a look at the new EZA, World Tournament EZA. So we have 4 of them. Let's start with, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna reverse the order on these guys. We'll start with Bojack. So he gives 3 key, 120% to extreme physical. Then for 1 turn, he gets 50% attack and defense. He does supreme damage and then greatly lowers defense and then increases extreme class allies defense by 30% for 2 turns. That is actually a pretty good super attack effect. Now, the rest of his kit will have to be decided on his passive. So, at the start of turn, he gets 3 key, 170% attack and defense. I'm assuming, oh, the higher the HP, the higher the attack power. Wait, did he have that before? Oh, so it just bumped it from 70 to 200%. Okay, sure. Okay. On attack, he gets 100% attack and defense and then nullifies guard, or disables guard. So he disables guard. Is that enough? I talked about this already, and I don't think it's enough to just disable guard, because not all enemies disable guard. A lot of enemies also have damage reduction. So, is it enough? I don't know. For each... Oh, okay, so for each, what you call it, Space Traveling Warrior category, ally or extreme class unit on the team, he gets 40% attack and defense. So, oh, I see. He gets 40% attack and defense with 3% damage reduction? No, 3% crit. To all, oh, it's a crit support. Okay. Let me do this again. So for each space traveling warrior or extreme class ally on the team, depending on which one has the most, is the most represented, is what I should be saying, he gets 40% attack and defense per each, and then he gives 3% crit to all allies, excluding himself, by 3%, depending on which one is the most represented. Interesting. So a max you can have is 21%, but that's clearly up to how you build your team. And then this. If all allies are space traveling warrior or extreme class allies, he has a guaranteed crit. He guards. And then he gives all allies except for himself 2 key 30% attack and defense. Is that good? He has guard. He gets stats. What are we looking at here? Ooh. Mmm. 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 Kind of the same thing here. Except it's an EZA. And I think Bojack seems decent. From the looks of things. Bojack seems decent. He has support right here and then here. Right? Just to be sure. No, that's crit. Here. He has support right here and here. So it's a decent given. Is he good? If you use him right, he will probably be very good. But I don't see that right now. Alright, let's go into Gohan. This is what someone... what was the last time I seen this guy? Like, years ago? Not years ago, it's like 2 years ago, but... Oh, wow, okay. It's like almost 2 years now. Jesus, I'm tired. So, 3 key 120 to super ints. He stacks attack and he gets a what you call it? He gets 50% defense for one turn, does supreme damage. Okay, cool. At the start of turn, he gets 200% attack and defense. And then on super attack, he gets 120% attack and defense. That's a multiplicative buff. And then when there's a future or android category enemy, he gets 2 key, 120% attack and defense, with a high chance to stun the attacked enemy. Decent. And then when there is a future category ally other than this character, he gets 2 key. What's this? 30% damage reduction slash crits. And then on super, he gets 120% attack when attacking. Okay, that's fine, I guess. And then we're looking at when there's a Trunks in the team, he gets 2 key. He gets 30% damage reduction slash crits. And then what you call it? When key meter hits 12, he gets 20% defense when attacking. Hmm. I think the unit is fine. I think so. I can't really say too much about him, other than the fact that what you call it. Well, how do I feel about this? Well, one thing's for sure, he is sort of restricted. The future and well, it's a future saga, but you need Trunks on the team. It really depends. It really does. Even stats wise, it's pretty decent. Pretty decent distribution. But it's not too bad. I wouldn't say it's bad. Alright. Tien. So he gets 3 key 100% to SCR. He gets 50% defense for return. And then he lowers attack and defense by 30%. Okay. His passive gets 2 key 200% attack and defense. And if you're facing one enemy, I think that's it, right? Yeah, when you're facing one enemy, he gets 250% defense. And this is 30% damage reduction. Okay. And then on super, right? Yep, on super, he gets 30% damage reduction. And then on 12 key, right? Yeah, when attacking with 12 or more key, he gets 250% attack. He gets a high chance to crit. And he also has the ability to stun for 2 turns. Guaranteed stuns. It's pretty good. And then when the target... Okay, so when you're attacking the target, it's 1,040% attack. And then you have a guaranteed chance to crit. So in other words, you want this unit to stun as best as possible. That's what I'm hearing. I think Tien's decent. Nothing more than that. Alright. Finally. We made it. LR ECA Mercenary Tau. Oh, how's this gonna go? So he's one. So he's. Oh my god. 4 key 150% to Dragon Ball Saga. He gets 50% attack and defense on both his 12 and 18 key. He has a great chance to crit on his super attack. It's gonna activate consistently, I assume. Okay, so his base kit gives him 2 key per key spur obtained. Okay, that makes everything more easy to obtain. Because he only had 1, now he has 2, and it's just gonna make gain 24 key a lot faster. For each key spur obtained, he gets 56% attack and 48% defense. When you get 3 or more key spears, you get 75% attack and 64% defense. I'm assuming that's what you call it. Yeah, when attacking. When you get 10 or more key spears, right? Or no, when your key meter is over 10, you get 108% attack. When this unit attacks with 10 or more key, it gets 108% defense, and when HP is higher than 50%, he gets 100% defense. And then this gets 20% damage reduction. Okay. When you receive oh my god, I can't even say it. When you receive 3 attacks in battle, he gets, I cannot highlight for the love of my life, 20% damage reduction. And then after being attacked 3 or more times during battle, and your HP is less than 50% from the start of the attacking turn, he gets 50% damage reduction. It looks like it's guard. Let me double check. No, he randomly changes 1 key spirit to any other type except for SCR. Oh boy, what's this? And then when the active skill is activated, he gets 444% attack with guaranteed crits. Jeez. So, depending on how much key you get will depend on if you're getting every single buff, which I solely hope you do. I really hope you do get the thing. Okay. His active skill stays the same. I don't want to talk about it, but I believe the way it works is it's an ultimate damage active skill. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's everything now. Personally, if I were to rate all of the new ECAs, including God, Goku, and Hit Right, Frieza's an iffy 5 out of 10. 6 if I want to be nice. Bojack is, I'd say 6.5 to 7. Gohan's pretty much a 6. Mercenary Tao is pretty decent, or pretty good. You know, like a 7.5 out of 10. Yen depends. I'd say 7.5 as well. And then God, Goku, and Hit, I'd say they're about 7.5, maybe 8. I don't know. Just really depends, right? But we should be expected to grind these. Well, I'm expected to grind this mofo starting tomorrow, while everyone else gets a couple of days off. What else? What else? Oh, they're weak. They're weak against accelerated battle. This shouldn't be difficult. And then all those, oh, nice. New stickers, yay. Oh well. I think that's pretty much it. No new battle motions, unfortunately. Oh, this would have been a perfect time to get these guys to battle motion, but nope. I don't know why. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of each of the new ECAs in this data download. I think some of these ECAs are solid, some of them are not. It just really depends on how you see it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And as always, I will see you all in the next one.